Welcome everybody, this is Like It's 1985, and today's toy review is going to be an action figure review. We're going to take a look at DC Universe Classics Ares. This is actually my very first DC action figure that I've added to my collection. So really kind of a unique opportunity for me to review a DC action figure. The reason I picked this guy up is because I do have an interest in ancient Greek and ancient Roman history, as well as ancient warfare. And also I'm really interested in the type of history dealing with the Middle Ages. So here is Ares. I'm going to go ahead and take out his weaponry first. And as we take a look at this figure, you're going to notice it's really nice details. One thing I'll point out first of all is it's got this nice scarring in the breastplate here, where you can see there's nice detail added there. And just overall, you'll see a theme of skulls, like on the arm here. Take a look at that. And if we move down to the leg armor, and he's even got some on his wrist there. But overall, just a very nice, well put together, well executed figure. I couldn't find any paint application issues or any quality control issues that I noticed. This is definitely nice. It stands about 7 inches tall, and as far as the articulation goes, his head can rotate from side to side like that. You can kind of get it to look a little bit down. Now, because he has this very nice hard plastic sculpted robe here and the shoulder armor, you're going to be limited in the articulation. But he's got a ball hinged shoulder. So, you know, he can kind of move his arm a little bit in, a little bit out. But again, like, you're going to be really limited by the shoulder armor. Now, as far as the upper arm, it can swivel like this. It's got a hinge joint here on the elbow. Swivel wrist articulation. Moving to the torso area, he's got the abdomen joint. So he can do quite a bit of articulation movement that way. He does have waist articulation, although it's going to be hampered by his skirt armor. And because of that skirt armor, his legs and hips really have very limited mobility. So that's all you're really going to get with that. You do have a swivel joint here at the upper, just above the knee rather, right there. There is a hinged knee, and also a hinged ankle, as you can see. So yeah, just really overall really nice detail on the figure. Take a closer look at his helmet, and you can kind of make out his eye maybe. It's a red, but really incredible amount of detail on the figure. Now, as far as his weapons go, he comes with 2 weapons. See if I can get him to stand here. Alright, so you get this nice axe here. You can see even they included the some detailing in the handle as well, that they molded into the plastic. And here is the sword, really nice as well. Now, the only thing I could possibly wish for in this figure is maybe a sheath, but the sheath itself would have to be pretty big, so I don't know how they would really attach that. And speaking of attaching weapons to the armor, you can actually attach the battle axe using the loop here, and it can hang from his side like that. Now, the sword, you can kind of get the sword to hang like this just a little bit. You can see it's just hanging there. It's not really, I don't think, meant to be posed like that, but you can get it to work if you just kind of leave it like that. So as I think about the Ares figure, the only thing I could wish for is to somehow free up the movement of his legs and knees, because it would have been nice to get him into like a kneeling pose, which would be kind of like a fighting pose where he's fending off a sword blow from an enemy. So you really can't do that because you got the well, for one, the robe, which is cast in hard plastic, and also the skirt armor as well. So even though you got the articulation that you could probably get him into a kneeling pose, with the way that the clothing is cast, I don't think you can really do that. But that's the only really gripe I have with the figure. Otherwise, it's a really awesome figure. I like it a lot. And in terms of the future of DC Universe Classics figures in my collection, you know, if I see a Wonder Woman, I think I'll pick her up. You know, make a nice companion piece to the Ares figure, because after all, they are in opposition in the comics. And I wouldn't mind picking up a Green Lantern, maybe a Batman, but you know, that might be in the future. But for now, pretty happy with this figure, and really can't complain a lot about it. So here's how I will be displaying my Ares figure, right next to Toy Biz Aragorn and Theoden from the Lord of the Rings figure line. Now, as you can see, they're in pretty good scale with Ares. I think you know, Ares is naturally should be bigger and should be taller than mere mortals such as King Aragorn and Theoden. So until I get maybe a Wonder Woman, or until I get some more DC Universe figures, if I ever do, this is where Ares will be residing. Alright, well, thank you everybody for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review.